Welcome back, my dear. It's been such a long while since I've last seen you. I guess that means that life has been going too well. Or maybe too bad. The bar still has been missing you this week. Hardly anyone else ever wants to sit directly in the middle of the bar. Well, that is fine by me. You know, it wasn't just the stool who missed you. I've missed you too. The tensions of your day to day life never fail to make me smile. They are always the highlight of my week, and that's coming from a bartender. Now, go right ahead, get cozy and settle in. I'll prepare your usual. You can tell me all about what you've been up to. I expect some dazzling, wild stories after this long. And you wouldn't want to disappoint your loyal bartender, would you? Excellent. I'm all ears. Well, really? Really? You don't say. You know what, sweetheart? Plenty of people come to drink in for no deeper reason than the drink itself, but the majority have incredibly sad stuff they are dealing with. You, on the other hand, is one of the most entertaining customers I have, despite your own baggage. You don't need the alcohol to get through anything. You drink for the fun of it. But it's not like you don't need it at all to start spouting crazy stories about your job, your home life. If I could wave a magic wand and have everything, I would wish to all of my customers to be as much of a hoot as you are. Another one. You got it, honey. Don't think I won't keep pouring if it means those loose lips keep feeding me all of that gossip and adventure. I have been doing this job for a while, you know. I have heard some crazy stories in my time, but I don't think anyone has had a regular 9 to 5 job with so much enjoyable drama that hasn't driven them insane. You are a gluten for it, I'd say. How else could you even function without that optimism spunk? Well, it is admirable how you swallowed down so much toxicity and seem to, excuse the phrase, vomit up positivity in response. I think that it's such a breath of fresh air to hear someone recount the events of their lives without crumbling under the weight of every little inconvenience being thrown on top of them. But don't get me wrong, everyone needs a place to vent out their frustrations with life, and it's absolutely valid. Why do you think we do such a stiff business here? But it is the bulk of what I hear from them from one night to the next. Hearing about people's exes or the poor state of the economy, the struggles of work, it all starts to blend together after a while. But then you come in with your lovely smile and endless cheerfulness. You can't help but stand out like a bright splash of color in a gray room. I'm sorry. I know I say this every time, but that's just how much I appreciate you. Alright. If you need a few more drinks to stop laughing at my feelings, then I'll fill that glass up with pleasure. You're really making up for the last time tonight, aren't you, sweetheart? Avoid me for a week and then drink the bar dry when you do come back in. Well, if it wasn't the weekend, I'll have cut you off by now. But I guess you are way easier to handle than a lot of people when they've lost their senses. At least you smile and laugh instead of sobbing all over my bar. I get so bored wiping up all those tears, you know? Oh, what was that? Ah, that's right. You do all your crying in private and come to the bar to party. Well, whatever works best for you. Though, I just wanted to say that I'll always be here if you ever do need somewhere else to cry other than your own room. I guess maybe complaining about the string of depressed drunks crying about their lives is my way of doing exactly the same. But that doesn't mean that I can't have a personal stake in some people from my job. I'd gladly let you cry all over my bar, even my shoulder, if you really need to. Sometimes you're so happy that it seems unreal, and I don't know, I get worried for you. But at the same time, that spark in your eyes, oh, that is no act. I think this will be your last drink I pour for you tonight. Any more would be way irresponsible of me. You're already talking nonsense, my dear. Now, make sure that it lasts and that you enjoy plenty. This might be intensely unprofessional of me to say, but you were one of the prettiest people to ever become intoxicated in my presence. No, I'm serious. Dead serious. I'm used to all of the watery eyed, stuffy nosed man, or the giggling woman with smeared layers of makeup. But you take that so gracefully. Those cheeks get a cute pink flush. Your eye seems to sparkle even more than usual. And that smile never loses its genuine charm. It helps that you don't try to get up and dance around and bother other patrons. You just sit there all nice and happy while the buzz goes through you. Oh, even when you're over the edge like this, barely comprehending what I'm saying, at least you're fairly quiet about it and very easy to handle. Oh, you don't even know how tempting you look when you get like this, do you? That sweet vulnerability mixed in with your pretty face and lowered inhibitions. Oh, you should be careful, even in an area as tame as this, sweetheart. Some might call you alluring at the most sober of times, and nearly irresistible when you are so helpless. I feel like you're much more responsible than this, usually, but you're an adult, and if you wish to drink so much and transform into this delicate yet enticing beauty, I can't really complain about bearing witness to such a sight. Don't worry, I'll look after you, keep you safe. As a very professional bartender should. Oh, oh, I know that I tease you a lot, call you sweet little nicknames, casually tell you how you're pretty, but it's not all flattery. I really think you're an amazing person, and a very beautiful one at that, both inside and out. Makes me wish that I could have met you as a fellow patron rather than your bartender. Well, I don't really know if I'd ever have the courage to even talk to you without the excuse. To be honest, it's very easy to talk to people when it's your job, as opposed to coming right up with an icebreaker to hopefully strike up a conversation. Guess I have a bit of an advantage having a chance to talk to you regularly with no other pretext than a casual, friendly service. But it's probably why I've been nervous to try and suggest anything more between us. I feel like you've been dropping me some pretty major hints over the last month or so. I mean, I've seen my fair share of people hitting on each other, in both a flirty sense and a brawling one. While working here, I know that what it looks like when interest shifts from casual to interest. I've been picking up on those vibes on you lately, letting your fingers brush against mine whenever I slide you drinks, winking at me when you lament being single, calling me a handsome catch. I wouldn't think anything of it if I didn't know what to look for. Maybe we've been teasing each other long enough, and I think the time is right, don't you? Oh, I knew it. I can spot a crush in a mile away. You know what? Here, let me write you a little note on my bartender card. You told me last night you don't mind meeting up somewhere else other than at my bar for a proper date this time. Please text or call me if that would still be interesting to you without the liquid courage. I'll put a little heart on the end as well with my personal phone number, just in case I really need to be clear for you when you sober up. There you go. I'll just tuck right into your purse for you. Now, I said that I'll keep you safe and take care of you, and I will. Starting with this glass of water. Make sure to drink all of it, okay? I'm sure that you're gonna regret not drinking that water now. I'm going to call a cab for you, since I'm pretty sure you took one to get here, right? Very good. Just sit tight for me again. I'll make the call. Now you go home and get some sleep, okay? Maybe I hope to hear from you soon. That's my good little sweetheart. I can't wait to talk to you off the clock.